What's going on, boys? Nugget here. Welcome back to another Meta Squad. Now we got a 4-4-1-1 today, but they can also play a 4-4-2 and get maximum chemistry. There's one player here that's going to be so important that can play both the cam and the striker. We're going to bring this series back that we've always done for many years previously, but let's get it first started. Now the first card I want to bring in is Donovan. Now this is the card I'm talking about. Before, there's only a few finite cards that can play that cam role and that can play that striker role. You got players like Zola, but they're very expensive. Donovan, his 86 was meh. If you got him in the FUT Championship, like, oh really? But trust me, this card is different gravy. One thing that's changed this card completely is the quick step playstyle. Don't forget, he's also got rapid and the quick step playstyle plus. You know what makes Mbappe so OP and some of these top tier players? This quick step is one of the most important, if not the best playstyle inside the game. He's absolutely insane. 4-star, 4-star, 5 for 8 with me, liquid on the ball, gets perfect chemistry, 88 finishing, 91 sprint speed, decent passing, good stamina, and very good dribbling. You put a hunter on him, you basically got one of the most fantastic cards that can play cam, striker, even right mid, and that can get full chemistry. So he's the first card that we're going to slot into the team. He has to go in. This is what's going to be very important because not this Donovan, but this is going to be very important because, as I said, not only can he play that cam role in that system, if you then convert to a 4-4-2, like if you follow this formation, this kind of team is made for my tactics video that I make normally, he can play both the 4-4-2 and the 4-4-1-1. You may have seen me make this tactics video on the weekend when I go through my 5 tactics, and this is what I meant with that. And now we've got a player like Donovan in. So who's the next player now? We have to get in Smith. Now Smith, look, I think for her price, I don't think you can go wrong now. Under 50k, she's one of the best strikers you can get. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill move. She is so good that pros use her as a super sub. 93 sprint speed, 89 finishing, top tier agility and balance, top tier physical, and 88 short passing. She is fantastic, and then she does not only has that 5-star weak foot, first touch, finesse shot, quick step, and technical. Do not sleep on this card. This card puts a lot of cards that are even about 400-500k to shame. People just find it hard to link, but don't I want to show you how we're going to get it on chemistry as well in a second. Then we're going to move over to the left-hand side, and this might be one of the few situations where I relegate Son. Now, Son, the guy's just a beast. Honestly, pros are even using him in their teams all the time because when you put a green time finesse with this guy, there's nothing stopping it. Don't forget, he's also got quick step and rapid and the finesse shot playstyle. You can see a kind of a similar thing going on here. We got quick step. We got all those players, really rapid, top tier players, and then we got Son. Put a hunter on him. All he's gonna have to do is finesse the ball. You're pretty much good to go. There's nothing else I need to say about him. Pretty much self-explanatory how good he is inside the game. Then we're gonna go over to the right-hand side. The new card that just came out a few days ago. And it's Kouassi. Now it's only 30k. Now she's only 30k. You can go a Rodman if Kouassi's out of date, but at this time you still got a good amount of time to actually complete the SBC. So she is actually a fantastic card because she has 95 sprint speed, 87 finishing, and she has 4-star weak foot, 86 balance, 94 agility. A big upgrade compared to a gold card. Only that lets her down is that physical. Let me tell you, this card is no joke. If you don't do this card, I promise you're going to regret it. As a super sub coming on, this card can be, if you're like one of those people that spam those speed boosts, you've got some of the best players you can get inside the game. All these players have some sort of rapid or something like that, or a quick step. They all have some of this solution, especially Donovan, Kouassi, and then Son of Smith and more of those finishers. Then we're going to go over to the centre mid. Now, we've gone with Geyoro. Now, she's actually a very good card now, especially if you love those incisive passes. Now, you could argue she's one of the best midfielders in the game, actually. That's what you can argue. She's 5'6", decent, but look at her stats. You probably need a shadow on her. It depends on how you want to play, but in a 4-4-1-1, you can play as the playmaker, you can play as a centre mid. She does have as well the half winger, which you're not really going to use, but she does have the shadow strike, the ability to play that cam role. And she can also play the playmaker. So you could actually move her in a system where you have Donovan and Geyoro as the cams in a 4-2-2. I'll show you how you can do that as well in a second. What a card choose. You can even put a hunter on if you want to make him more attacking. But I think with a shadow, she's one of the fantastic cards. Amazing short passing, and of course, she does have that incisive pass, pinged pass. What if you know how to deliver a through pass? This card is super deadly. And then we got Emery. Now, again, another very underrated card. Do you know what? To be honest, this is a card that you don't really see that often inside the game. 4-star, 4-star, pretty solid. CDM, put a shadow on him, and there you go. You can have Geyoro as a more attacking one, and Emery's a more defensive one. Decent card, can play the playmaker role as well. And he's got quick step, tiki-taka, first touch, and intercept. What a card he is. Very, very underrated. You don't really see him that much, maybe because of the League One links. But he goes in there. Now, for the centre back, we've gone with Van der Ven. Now, this Van der Ven, the one that you want is this one over here, True Strength. Now, this potentially might be one of the best centre backs inside the game. The two centre backs you're going to see are insane. I'm talking about God tier level, right? In my opinion, I prefer the gold card over Saliba. I think I prefer this card, True Strength, that I've done already. On my main account, I think I honestly prefer him over Virgil van Dijk. That's just me because I prefer pace, but this guy is so good. I think him and Virgil van Dijk, especially when he's got the block playstyle, I think for most people, him and Virgil van Dijk will be the best combination you can probably get inside the game. That's not like the Capita level, really, really expensive. What a card he is. I think you use Virgil van Dijk for the headers, but for the way that I play aggressively, maybe for you, Virgil van Dijk with AI defending will be better, but the way that I play aggressively, this guy is something else. Then you put the block play style, especially the way that I defend, it's a different gravy, this card. Honestly, absolutely insane. Then we're going to go with another insane card. I don't even know if anyone even picked up on this card. Have you seen this card? 6'3". Look at this. And he's got stopper plus plus, even though you should be using defender plus plus. And that's not the reason why that Van der Ven card is actually really, really OP, because now he's moved from having the defender plus plus, which he never had before. But Bombito, look at this guy, yeah? Honestly. He's got rapid, pinged pass from centre mid. He's got block as well. Slide tackle, which is not that important. 6'3", 93 sprint speed, 95 acceleration. The argument could be made that he is the other Van der Ven with better acceleration in an off league. League One, not that many players, but he links to Zaire Emery. What a card he is as well. He definitely goes inside the team. On the right back, we just go on a simple Hakimi, because Hakimi can get the job done. Gets the job done. No need to panic, no need to stress. He's a good right back, can get the job done, can run back, and as well also distribute the ball and also go forward. And he has an attacking wing back plus. On the left back, we're going to go with Bard, another new card that just came out not so long ago. Funny enough, he can actually play left mid, but he does have the wing back plus, false back, and attacking wing back plus. Very versatile. You probably need to put a shadow on him, but listen, this guy's a tank. Bit on the short side, but he's got decent jumping. I think he can do a very good job on the left-hand side. And for the goalkeeper, how do we fix this chemistry issue? Got to go with Icon. Price have gone down. He was 600k. Now look, he's basically plummeted all the way down to 300k. Would be lower by the time you're watching this video. And that would be the team. Then what about the chem? First of all, let's get Son on chemistry, because that's who I care about the most. And then we're going to go with Division 1 Arcama, so we can get Geyoro on chemistry. And that's how it would be. Yes, Kouassi's off chemistry. If you're like to me, oh, Neil, I really want to pay someone on better chemistry, you can go with a Rodman. There's other players as well if you really, really want to use. You could use Swanson and Striker, but to be honest, you could even go with a Diani, to be honest. Even just a regular gold Diani would be fine, but then you lose the Smith. So I don't care. I don't mind having her. She's just a winger on one chemistry. Now, how's this set up? So if you do this in a 4-4-2, this is what I was talking about. You can put something like this together. And what you could do is you could play Smith and Donovan as a striker. So remember I said to you, when you want to win inside the game, remember I said to you in my tactics video on the weekend, if you want to be very aggressive and you want to be very attacking and you want to press the ball, then you can change to a 4-4-2 from a 4-4-1-1. And that is one of the benefits of having Donovan in the team. If you want to go to a defensive stance, let's say, for example, in a 4-2-3-1, what you could do, for example, you could do something like this. And you could argue the only thing you lack is a CDM in the situation. You could always sub on a CDM. Always sub on someone like Patry. Patry is so cheap. She's such a good player. Naturally has very, very good defensive stats. Or if you want someone just very, very cheeky, that's very cheap, they can get the job done. This Trailblazer, look at this. Don't forget, everyone forgets he does have holding plus plus, 92 sprint speed, 87 defensive awareness. You can just sub him on. He's that good. So that is just 2 variations. Or you can do Patry if you really want to make it into a 4-2-3-1 and close the game and get out the win. But what if you want to say, oh, what about a 4-2-4? What if I want to go to really ultra pressing? Well, this is where it was kind of hard to figure this out, but this is where I found a quick switcheroo. You can do like this and like this. You can play the 4-2-4 with Kouassi left wing, Smith on the right hand side, Donovan and Son strikers, and Geyoro and Zaire Emery as centre mids. And what about, as I said to you, the 4-2-2? What if you wanted to play that 4-2-2 again? One player might have to go. That's the only thing. But Donovan can play cam. Son can go in striker. And then what you could do is you could put Geyoro like that. And then you can just drop Kouassi. Again, you could put someone like Zakaria in. Again, imagine if you just sub Zakaria on and use something like this. If you really wanted to be crazy about chemistry, you could even go with Dunn. You can even put Crystal Dunn in if you really, really wanted to. But this could be a potential. Oh, wait, actually, I thought Crystal Dunn. Oh, she can't play. I thought she could play. But anyway, she's gone anyway. But I thought she could play C there. But you could put anyone else there. You don't have to. Looking at other players, you can put this side, but she kind of lacks the height, which is not the ideal thing, 5'7". But there is variations. I'm just saying you could sub these players on to get them exactly where you want it. And that is the key thing with this formation, is versatility. The only thing is when it comes like a 4-3-3 or something like this is where things get a bit tricky because someone has to go. Now, the way that I'll do it is do it something like this. And then you could probably drop. Now, the question is who goes? Now, Donovan, if he's not playing cam, he's not going to be playing right mid. Something like that. Get him off. And you can put anyone else there. You can put Zakaria there even. And that could be a very good setup. But that is probably one of the best teams that you can get. Not too expensive, by the way. Just under 1 million coins by the time this video comes out. If you go ahead and do Van de Ven, you could just get Gold Van de Ven and still very, very good. But that is one of the best teams that you can play with the 4-4-1-1, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, second variation, and even a 4-2-2 with just a quick switcheroo. And guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my Weekend League Tactics video on this last week, where I explained the tactics for this team.